Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Ken Jarrett. This channel is all about a philosophy that I'm calling Built From Here. It's basically a community of people who are tired of running on autopilot and who is ready to start genuinely investing in themselves, their future, their growth, right from where they're at today, not waiting for a perfect set of circumstances. In today's video, we're going to be digging into the second big pillar, daily discipline. We're going to talk about why waiting around for motivation is a lie, how to treat our personal goals with real, unshakable respect, and 3 super simple practical rules you can start using tonight to automate your consistency. Now, in my last video, we broke down the first pillar, which is a grounded mindset. We talked about how the idea of totally clean slate is not real. It's kind of a myth. It's why we need to look at our lives with total honesty and why your current reality is really the only starting line that you have. If you missed that one, I definitely recommend that you go back to watch it. I will leave a link in the description, as well as a little card will pop up above me, but make sure to check it out. Mindset is your blueprint. So in the last video, we talked about mindset, which is the blueprint. But look, a blueprint is just a piece of paper with some ink on it until someone shows up with a hammer and actually starts the job. And today we're going to be talking about that hammer. For me, my personal right now is building and growing this YouTube channel at 46. That's my focus. But this just isn't about me making videos. I am trying to start a movement here. I want to encourage and challenge other people who are sitting there feeling the exact same way that I did to finally stop putting off their goals or their dreams and actually start pursuing them right now. Your personal Built From Here moment is going to look totally different from mine. You know, maybe you're trying to switch careers, get your health back on track, go back to school, sort out your finances, learn something new, or maybe even repair a relationship. Whatever it is, mindset gets you to the starting line. But discipline is the only thing that's going to actually help you to cross it. The biggest mistake most of us make when we decide to change things up is relying entirely on motivation. We all know the feeling. It's that sudden burst of energy that we get late at night when we're thinking about our future, or right after you watch a really inspiring video. It feels great while it lasts, but the truth is motivation is completely unreliable. It will completely vanish the second that you're tired, overwhelmed, stressed, or just burn out. If you only work on your goals when you feel like it, you're never going to build up anything substantial. At this point in my life, I've realized that inspiration is just a luxury I don't really have. Discipline isn't about magically forcing yourself to feel excited about hard work. It's just doing the work no matter what your mood is. Let's think about how we treat our deep commitments to the people that we love, our families, or the thing that we care about the most in life. You show up for these responsibilities and you take care of the people who count on you, whether you're in a great mood or not. You don't wake up and have a debate with yourself about whether you feel like keeping your word that day. You just do it because the standard is non-negotiable. Daily discipline is just taking that exact same standard of commitment and applying it to your own personal growth. It's treating your investment in yourself with the exact same respect you show everything else that you deeply care about. So, how do we actually do this without burning through all our willpower? It starts with this first rule, which is automating your choices. Every single day we run into decision fatigue. By the time you get through your daily routine, your brain has made thousands and thousands of tiny choices. If you leave your self-investment up to a choice, at the end of a long, exhausting day, your brain is going to pick the easiest path possible every single time, which usually means sitting on the couch and scrolling on social media. Let's just be honest. To beat that decision fatigue, you have to make a choice the night before. Take the negotiation completely off the table. Here's how you can do this tonight. Before you go to bed, you need to decide what you're going to take action on tomorrow. If you want to read more, put a book by your pillow. If you're going to be mapping out a new project, leave a notebook on your desk with maybe a pin on it, right on top of it. If you want to start working out, maybe put your running shoes by the door. You know, just something like that, because you know we say out of sight, out of mind. So it's easy to not think about those things when we don't see them right in front of us. And that way, when tomorrow does come, you don't have to waste any mental energy deciding what to do or what you shouldn't do. Your environment already has made the decision for you. You just step in and execute it. By setting things up ahead of time, you cut out the friction between wanting to do something and actually doing it. All right, the second practical rule for discipline is what I call, when we decide to start something new, we often tend to set these massive, unrealistic goals for ourselves. Something like, I'm going to block out 3 hours every night to work on this, or I'm going to study overnight to complete this. But life gets chaotic, right? Those big blocks of time are the very first things to go. Then what happens is the guilt kicks in. You lose your momentum and then you just stop completely. Discipline is all about consistency, not intensity. Think about it. A river cuts through a rock because it's persistent, not because it's incredibly powerful all at once. So your challenge is to set non-negotiable 15-minute minimum every single day for your personal growth. No matter how tired you are or how packed the day gets, you can find 15 minutes. And if you can't, start with 5, then bump it up to 10, and then bump it up eventually to 15. 15 is the goal, but I understand it might be hard at first. So start where you can, and then just bump it up till you get to 15. 15 minutes minimum is what you're shooting for. Obviously more if you can, but at least 15 minutes. If you just show up every day for that 15 minutes, that's the hardest part, because honestly, once you get started, you're more than likely going to want to continue. But if you stop the second that timer goes off, that's fine, because you still kept the streak alive. You proved to yourself that your progress is daily priority, and it's not just an occasional hobby. All right, we've made it to the third and final rule, and it's a simple one: never miss twice. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's be real here. Life is not perfect. It is going to throw off your plans. There are going to be days when emergencies pop up, or when exhaustion gets the best of you, or when things just completely fall apart. A grounded mindset completely accepts that slip-ups are just part of the deal. They're part of the journey. But a single miss is just an anomaly. It's a tiny bump in the road. What actually kills progress isn't the first miss. It's the second one in a row. Missing twice is the exact moment a bad habit starts forming. It's when autopilot takes the wheel again. I encourage you to write this rule down. Never miss twice. If you miss your routine on Tuesday, your only goal for Wednesday is just to show up. It doesn't matter if it's ugly. It doesn't matter if it's imperfect. Just get back on board. If you protect the bounce back, you keep a temporary setback from turning into a permanent quit. All right, so let's recap. The first video gave you the first pillar, which was grounded mindset, and that gives you your blueprints. Now we actually have the tools for daily discipline. Automate your choices, protect your 15-minute minimum, and never miss twice. Whether you use these rules for a creative project, a career shift, a health goal, or whatever your personal built from here moment is, whatever it looks like, the process is exactly the same. The work is quiet, it's often unglamorous, and it just compounds over time. But I want you to remember, we're building this community together, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. If this video connected with you today, please subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and share it with someone else who is trying to step off autopilot. Your support really helps this message find the folks who need to hear it. One more thing, before you take off, please drop a comment below and let me know which one of these 3 rules are you going to be trying out tomorrow morning. Are you automating a choice, setting a 15-minute timer, or committing to never miss twice? Let's stop waiting around for the right feeling. Let's lean on our systems, back up our mindset with some action, and let's get to work. I'm Ken Jarrett. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll catch you all in the next one.